Lies are one thing that puts a wedge between people, and Ashley wants to stay away from them. After her last heartbreak, she is not mentally ready for any relationship and doesn't want to trust a man again. But what happens when she suddenly becomes a suspected criminal by the FBI and finds herself on a road trip with a handsome stranger who is an undercover FBI agent? Will they fall in love? In the opening scene of Dashing Through the Snow, we see a crowd at the Christmas fair, with the carolers and children acting as reindeer, having fun. Holly is with her friend Ashley Harrison, who's packing up Christmas stars. Holly is telling her about a man she'd like to introduce her to, but Ashley is not interested, as she's not ready, even after 6 months of her previous heartbreak. Holly eventually backs off as Ashley makes an excuse that she needs to fly home the next day. Ashley bids Holly, her daughter, and the remaining children reindeer goodbye, while dragging her stars in a cart. At the airport, Ashley tries to check herself in, but the machine doesn't recognize her, telling her to meet a ticket agent. Ashley is annoyed, because she might miss her flight since the line is long. She tries to beg anyone to let her jump in, but their faces alone make her back off. Ashley panics when the ticket agent doesn't find her name. She tries to beg the woman, as she may miss her flight, and she needs to get to her mother for Christmas. The ticket agent doesn't budge, refusing to collect a bribe from her, and sending her to the side to wait for an agent. As Ashley stands at the side, she overhears a man complaining about all the canceled flights, and after checking if it's true, she sees a sign for car rentals. Deciding to go with her second plan, she rushes towards it. At the car rental stand side, no cars available are on all the stands except one. Ashley stands in the long line, waiting till her turn. Finally, on her turn, the agent finds it funny that there's only one car left, and it's for Seattle. As she's about to take it, a man, Dash, comes from nowhere, paying the agent a bribe and taking the car. Ashley is annoyed that the car was stolen from her right in front of her eyes, and refuses the man's offer that she should pay for gas. She's scared he might be a pervert or something. Since he doesn't care, he leaves, but Ashley goes after him, telling him to call his mother so that she'll confirm that he isn't a weirdo. Dash finds the situation funny, but calls his mom. Ashley and his mom click fast. When his mother starts asking her personal questions, Dash hurriedly collects his phone from her, embarrassed at his mother's behavior. They get to the car, which is the only one left in the parking lot, and Ashley refuses Dash's help, because she's an independent woman. This makes Dash tease her. Their journey begins and Dash makes a small conversation, trying to get to know her more, as he not suspects her instead. The scene changes back to the airport, and the ticket agent woman is being questioned by some federal agents. They are questioning her about Ashley being a suspected who has been on the no-fly list since April 2015. They only got her picture because she tried to fly that day, which triggered an alert. The ticket agent is shocked because Ashley said she was a knitter. In the car, Dash asks Ashley about her profession, and she tells him that she's a crafter. Ashley scatters her bag as she searches for her chopsticks, but she can't find them. Dash is thrilled at her merry spirit for Christmas when she places 2 Christmas ornaments in the car. Not finding the chopsticks, she begs him to stop, as she can't go on a journey without her chopsticks, and much to his annoyance, Dash stops and they go to a mall. At the mall, in her annoying Christmas spirit, Ashley sings along with the Christmas song that is playing, annoying Dash more. Dash reveals that he's a painter, and Ashley compliments him and his hands. She rambles on, and tries to hurry Dash up as time is going. An annoyed Dash reminds her that he didn't want to stop in the first place. Back in the car and on the road, Ashley asks Dash why he is in a hurry to get to Seattle, but Dash just says he's heading there for work. She's a little confused, as she wonders how he'll be painting during Christmas, making Dash clarify that it's another job. However, when Dash asks what she's going to Seattle for, she puts her head through the window, pretending not to hear him. Their conversation continues running smoothly. Meanwhile, Agent Hobbs suggests that they should just catch up with Ashley and apprehend her, but Agent Monroe believes she's on a mission and will lead them to her people. He believes that she'll make a stop to contact someone during her journey to Seattle, and then they'll strike. Back in the car, the check engine light comes on, and Ashley tells Dash to ignore it. In the federal agent's office, the officers discuss Ashley and the route she is journeying on. They want an officer there to be on her tail, but since he is not available, they have to use the new guy, Agent Phelps, who's very clumsy. Agent Monroe calls out the plate number of the rental car Ashley is traveling in. Meanwhile, Dash and Ashley are stranded, as the car has broken down. They try to hail a car, but unfortunately it passes them. With no last resort to turn to, coupled with the bad service, they walk to the nearest town. This is about 8 miles, and Ashley can't believe it. The next scene opens in a restaurant, where Travis is staring at a girl, Bailey Thompson, and his friend begs him to be discreet. He reminds him that his parents will murder him, as he didn't renew his car registration, since he spent his money on Bailey Thompson's ski package. But Travis doesn't care. He still hits on the girl he's staring at before getting back to his job, believing that his friend is jealous of him. As they walk to their destination, Dash asks Ashley about the person that broke her heart. She tells him about her ex, who lied that he was single but wasn't. She goes on to express how she can't stand people who lie about who they are. She tells him about her trust test, the belief in Santa Claus. The reason is because it shows hope, the reward for good behavior, giving, and other things. But Dash doesn't believe in Santa, but in advertising, making Ashley roll her eyes. They finally arrive at Redding, California, and can tow their car to a mechanic shop with the rookie agent on their track. Ashley goes to the ladies' room, where she makes a call to someone, speaking in another language. The rookie agent, Agent Phelps, reports to Agent Monroe, and they are sure that she's made contact with someone. As Ashley is heading out of the mechanic shop, she sees 3 little cute puppies. She admires them and starts playing with them. A man who looks quite rough comes from nowhere, telling her he found the puppies and asking if she wants one, because people are not good these days. Agent Phelps, who's been observing her, reports the situation to his superiors, and at the mention of him giving her a dog, they seem to think of it as an exchange, but still tell him to keep an eye on them. Dash gets the car fixed and waits for Ashley to be done with her puppy exchange. The rough guy introduces himself as Blade to Ashley, confessing that she picked his best puppies, and Ashley promises to name him Little Blade, taking in the pet as a gift for her mom, and assuring him that she's a good person. She takes the dog towards the car, and Dash pulls up the window when she comes close. She tries to convince him that the dog is cute, and it's a present for her mom. Blade joins her, convincing him that taking in a dog gives a heart of compassion. Dash finally agrees, though he's quite annoyed that a dog is in the car. Agent Phelps follows their car, keeping his eyes on them, and Agent Monroe reminds him to follow protocol. In their office, Agent Hobbs confirms from the other agencies that no active cells are being monitored and read. But Agent Monroe believes that they have caught on to something big that the other agencies haven't caught. Travis assures his friend Justin that everything is going to be okay, but this only makes Justin more skeptical, especially since Travis is planning to travel without renewing his car registration. Travis tells Justin not to make a big deal out of it, because the police can't get him, since the probability is 1 in 100 million. In the car, Ashley tells Dash of the 5 names of the 5th highway, and he's surprised. She explains that it was what her dad loved, and that they always talked about it on their road trips. Deciding to vibe with her, Dash joins the conversation, and Ashley is excited and surprised he spoke, as he doesn't talk much. She tells him to call his mother, as she wants to know why he's so rigid and doesn't talk, but Dash doesn't want to. With her insistence, he asks her to knock herself out, calling his mom and handing her the phone. On the phone, Ashley tells his mom that she wants to know more about Dash, since he won't talk to her, and the expression on Ashley's face makes him think that his mom told her about him being an evil scout. However, she told her that he was a hero in Afghanistan, and Ashley sees him in a new light. They arrive at a town called Mistletoe, and it looks familiar to Ashley. She gives her best puppy look, and Dash already knows that they'll make a stop. In the restaurant, Ashley tells Dash all about the time she was there with her dad. A small girl interrupts them, asking Ashley if she believes in Santa, and telling her to wish on a star so that she can place the ornament on the Christmas tree. Ashley does this with a smile on her face, as Dash watches them in amazement. After they're done, Dash informs her that he's hungry and they decide to eat. Meanwhile, Agent Phelps is taking a picture of Ashley and Dash and sending it to his agency. In the office, Agent Hobbs has finished her background check on Ashley and discovers that she was a model student, and is unsure if she's someone that they're meant to be after. But Agent Monroe clearly states that radicals are made, and not born. In the restaurant, Dash is distant, but he's dragged back to reality as Ashley talks about how she loves the place. The idea of hay rides reminds her of her dad, and she wonders if that was where he got the idea of their town's Christmas lighting ceremony. It's obvious that she misses him, and that's why she needs to get home fast. The event is happening in a few days, and she needs to be with her mom for it so she won't be too lonely. He sees Agent Phelps staring at them and becomes very uncomfortable, immediately asking for the check, even though Ashley isn't done with her pie, and they leave. Agent Phelps informs Agent Monroe that he's still on their trail. After confirming that he hasn't been noticed, Agent Monroe warns him not to lose them, as the next 24 hours are crucial, since Ashley might be a threat to their national security, even though she seems innocent. In the car, Dash notices that someone is following them, but doesn't reveal it to Ashley when she asks what the problem is. She wonders if everything's okay, because he's been noticeably quiet since the restaurant, but he claims he's fine. Ashley is bored, so she asks him to tell her how he got his name. His mom named him after her favorite mystery book writer, Dashiell Hammett, and Ashley almost squeals in the car, because she loves the man's books too. She remembers his love affair with Lillian, and on hearing that his sister's name is Lillian, she doesn't believe it. She calls Dash's mom again to check. In their office, Agent Monroe is in a panic as the call comes in. He looks for Agent Hobbs to pick up the phone, pretending to be Dash's mother. After Ashley greets her, she requests to speak with her son, and Ashley hands the phone to Dash. This reveals that Dash is also an undercover agent. At the cafe where they're working, Travis sees the sheriff with the ticket book in his hands and hurries to his car, pretending as though he was taking something from the booth. The sheriff warns him not to drink and drive before leaving. Immediately, Justin goes outside, because he is right about Travis not taking the car so he can stay out of trouble. Travis realizes the weight of his decision, but has a plan to avoid getting a ticket. They get to Medford, Oregon, and Dash watches as Ashley plays with the dog, since they've stopped for a while. Realizing she's feeling cold, Dash heads over, handing her his jacket. Ashley is surprised at his gentlemanly behavior. He almost starts playing with the dog, but sees Agent Phelps taking a picture once again. He immediately keeps his distance and coldly refuses to hold the dog, saying they should go. Ashley wonders what's wrong. In the car, Dash apologizes for his earlier behavior, saying that he's hungry and tired, and Ashley understands. She thinks they should make a stop to get him food, as she even needs to get some supplies for Little Blade. She wants to hand him a snack to help him, but Dash refuses after contemplating. The agents are listening to everything they say through his tapped phone. He apologizes once again, and she just sums up that he's grumpy when he's hungry. In their office, Agent Carter asks Agent Phelps for his location, as their subject is getting ready to stop. They arrive at Eugene in Oregon, and Agent Phelps informs Agent Monroe that they are heading into town, and he's still on their trail. Meanwhile, Travis informs Justin of his plan to swap plate numbers, as he just needs a car of the same make and model. Justin believes it is a dangerous idea, and he'll be arrested. However, when Travis sees Dash and Ashley pull up their car, it's the same as what he needs. So, as they head into the store, Agent Phelps follows behind them. Travis and Justin head to swap the plate numbers. In their office, Agent Monroe gets annoyed as they look through the pictures, believing that it's the Marina situation all over again, because Dash looks like he's falling for Ashley. Agent Hobbs tries to defend him, but Monroe is not convinced. He calls Agent Phelps, telling him to tell Dash just one word, Marina, and that he'll understand. Dash and Ashley go around the store looking for items for the dog, Little Blade, and at the counter, a woman with 2 dogs can tell it's Ashley's first time, because she's getting a lot of things. After finding out that Ashley took the dog from the roadside, she tells Dash that his wife is kind. Ashley wants to deny the assumed relationship, but Dash doesn't. At that moment, Agent Phelps passes beside him, whispering the name Marina to Dash. Upon hearing the name, he has a horrid look on his face. Meanwhile, Travis and Justin, who are trying to get the new plate number on Dash and Ashley's rental car, are feeling like they're in the movies. With a noise coming in the background, Justin goes to check, and discovers that it's just Agent Phelps trying to get into his car. Seeing that Dash and Ashley are coming, they run away from the car. Fortunately for them, none of them notice a thing. Dash is behaving coldly once again, to Ashley's annoyance. He's always making her think they are friends one moment, and enemies the next. Travis and Justin are happy as they watch the car zoom off, but unfortunately for Agent Phelps, a Christmas tree falls, blocking his path, and he loses track of them. Meanwhile, Justin and Travis do their special handshake for a job well done. Ashley and Dash continue their journey to Seattle with the rain pouring. Ashley is reminded of the times when she and her parents gave excuses for the weather and stayed indoors watching movies instead. Dash is glad that she's talking again, but Ashley just rolls her eyes, because they still have a long journey, and they can't be on bad terms all through it. Dash apologizes, because there are things that he can't explain to her. Although that's the excuse he gave before, she lets it go, and he's glad. Travis, who's driving his car in peace, runs a red light at Maple Avenue. Because of the plate number swap, the agents all think that they've found them, informing Agent Phelps. Agent Monroe reminds Phelps that he's an hour behind. Phelps promises not to lose them again. Meanwhile, Dash is feeling sleepy, and they decide to stop for the night. According to Ashley's calculations, there's a township 10 miles ahead. Dash says something that reminds her of a movie where they get stuck with only one room left in the hotel. Dash advises her not to get her hopes up. They find a place to stay in Oregon, and coincidentally, the inn has only one room left. So they ask for a spare blanket to make a demarcation. In the room, Dash is wondering why Ashley is unpacking so much, and she explains that it's a force of habit from her past experiences of traveling. As she sets up some things by the mirror, she catches Dash changing his shirt through the mirror, and is flustered. Dash has finished changing, and asks if she's up for getting something to eat from outside. Soon they head out, leaving Little Blade all by himself. In their office, Agent Hobbs finds out that in Ashley's original flight plan, they stop at Portland in Oregon, and after informing Agent Monroe, he orders his team to find out any activity that goes on in Portland. In the restaurant, Dash reveals living his youth in the shadow of his elder brother, and she thinks he became a soldier to get out of his brother's shadow. But Dash claims it was to fend off bad guys from his country. Seeing 2 dumb people finding it hard to order, Ashley helps them, because she understands sign language. While on this, Dash is staring at her, wondering how she can be a bad person. He wonders how she knows sign language, and she reveals that her father was a deaf person. Meanwhile, in the office, Agent Hobbs, who's listening to their conversation, is getting mixed feelings about Ashley, but Agent Monroe just believes it's a backstory. Dash is wowed by her again and again, and one of the dumb men comes to ask her for a dance, and with Dash's permission she goes dancing. Dash just watches her from his seat. He realizes that Ashley might be innocent, because her wallet was stolen and her identity might have been mistaken, requests to abort the mission, but Monroe denies it, ordering him to continue. Ashley finishes her dance and they head out. However, as they go, Dash drops his phone on one of the pool tables, leaving it at the bar. The agents are all confused. After finally discarding the last obstruction, Dash is relieved and wants to know more about Ashley. She speaks of her favorite color and other things, including a shop she wants to own called Crafty, because it'll be filled with handmade stuff. But the name doesn't sit well with Dash, because it reminds him of dishonesty and shiftiness. After asking that she's none of those, he kisses her. At night in their room, Dash comes clean. He reveals his last mission, and how his emotions got in the way of his job with Marina, his previous dog partner. He's an FBI agent. But after saying all this, he realizes that she's asleep, and the dog is the one moving in the shadows. Very early the next morning, Dash heads to the bar to get coffee, and the staff member finds a lost cell phone. She shows her boss, and he says she can keep it if no one comes for it in a week. In the office, Agent Monroe is listening, trying to find out if the speaker is no longer working, but finds out that the phone has been declared lost. He quickly calls for Agent Hobbs and Flanders, informing them that they've lost contact with Dash, believing that Ashley took Dash as a hostage. As Dash heads to the inn, he comes across a man dressed as Santa, and pours out his thoughts to him after he guesses that he's in love. Dash wonders how they can all think of Ashley as a when she's a kind soul, and Santa advises him to let go of his doubts and just love. Dash wonders if he can believe in love again, and bids the man a Merry Christmas before leaving. Meanwhile, at the office, Agent Monroe and the others prepare to head to Portland, and even contact the office there. In the next scene, Travis is back home. Meanwhile, back on the road, when Dash tries to come clean again, Ashley tells him not to feel like their kiss the previous night was a mistake. Later, Dash finds it strange that she wants to drop something off at a friend's in Wilsonville, but doesn't say anything. At the cafe, Travis's mom complains about the free lattes he keeps giving out. As they're talking, his mother notices the police by his car, along with Agent Phelps. At this point, Travis is sure he'll be grounded for the rest of his life. As they head to Portland, Agent Monroe and Hobbs get the message that the license has been switched, and they believe that Ashley did it. They get the license of Travis's car, and an officer finds them. Ashley is happy that she finally felt something the previous night, and is shocked at how suddenly it came. But Dash doesn't seem to be listening to her, as they've arrived at her friend's place, and it looks strange. She heads inside with the red box, and feeling restless, Dash heads out of the car to sneak on Ashley, and finds the other agents hiding around the house. He is shocked, and he wonders what they're doing there. Agent Monroe asks if he's safe, and he's confused. He tells them that they have it all wrong, but Agent Monroe informs him that he doesn't know if Ashley is innocent, especially as he doesn't know who's in the house, or what's in the red box. As Ashley heads out with her friends, the FBI points their guns at her, and everyone is confused. Her friends are Romanians and don't understand English. They try to search the house, and a confused Ashley explains that they're her friends who help her with her craft work. But Agent Monroe doesn't want to hear it, and shuts down Dash, who tries to explain the situation to her. Ashley is shocked and feels betrayed that Dash is an agent. He tries to explain that he told her when she was sleeping, but a young girl comes out, interrupting them all. She thanks Ashley for the handcrafted star she made them. Agent Monroe takes Dash off the case. Dash still tries to explain to Ashley, but she doesn't want to hear it, because she's disappointed in herself for trusting him, and they take her in for questioning. In the next scene, at home, Ashley's mom feels like it's all out of a movie, feeling sorry that her daughter went through everything that happened. She advises her to think of it as a movie, and look at the good thing that came out of it, the little dog Blade. Ashley pours out her frustrations about Dash to her mom, claiming that he isn't her type, but her mother knows she's lying. Eventually, Ashley comes clean that she loves him. She is so filled with emotions, and her mother holds her while she cries. Dash and Agent Hobbs are getting a drink at the bar he went to with Ashley before, and Dash sulks. He didn't get to convince her that he believes in Santa. Hobbs reminds him that miracles happen, and that the next day is another day. She reveals the person that stole Ashley's identity, admitting that she's nothing like Ashley. At the Christmas lightning event, everything is different without Ashley's dad driving the hay wagon, and everyone misses him. Her mom encourages her to feel joy like her dad would want, and the countdown to Christmas starts. Meanwhile, as everyone celebrates Christmas, they see the hay wagon coming from afar, and Ashley smiles when she sees Dash riding it. He's back for her. Her mom pushes her, and she happily runs into his arms. He wants to take over the hayride if she lets him, and she happily accepts his proposal. They seal their newfound love with a kiss, right there and then.